Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andy McNamara, and welcome in for what should be another great matchup. This game features some of the league's brightest stars. They are dominant at their positions, and we get to watch them together here today. Let's find out how this is going to unfold. He'll send this one deep. He catches the kickoff. That's the end of that play. San Antonio gets set to start off the drive. He drops back to pass. He fakes the handoff. The pass is knocked down, incomplete. San Antonio makes their way to the line here on second down. Davis hands it off, and he's tackled. Gain of 12 on the play. 1st and 10 for the offense. Left side handoff, and he's tossed to the turf. That gets us to second down. 2nd and 10 for the offense. Tosses it over to the sideline. Tipped away and incomplete. 5th play of the drive. Motion left. Davis back to pass. QB shows run but pulls it back into pass. Tipped away and incomplete. The punt team takes the field. He makes the punt. Memphis getting set to start off this drive. Receiver in motion. Blake steps back into the pocket. Throws this one along the sideline, just past the line of scrimmage. The pass is incomplete. Memphis makes their way to the line here on second down. Blake on the handoff, and the tackle is made. That's good for a gain of 4. Memphis sets up on 3rd down. Blake steps back into the pocket, looking short for a target. He's not going any further. They'll lose 1 on the play. The punt team takes the field. The punt's away. The punt is fielded. And he's tackled. First down and 10 to go. He drops back. QB shows run but pulls it back into pass. Over the shoulder, he got it. He crosses the goal line. Touchdown! The kicking team sets up for the extra point. There's a flag on the play. I think somebody moved. That's a false start. They'll accept the penalty. The offense sets up for the point after. Here's the kick. And the kick is good. The first score of the game does go to San Antonio. Let's see what they do next. The offense lines up to kick it off. He sends it off. There looks to be a player injured down on the field. He's being helped onto the sideline. 1st and 10 for the offense. They'll send a player in motion. Hand off to Collins. And down he goes. That gets us to second down. Memphis makes their way to the line here on second down. Blake gives it away. Brought down up near the line of scrimmage. That will be good for about 1. It's a third down coming up for Memphis. Blake drops back, throws a pass. He can't bring it in. That'll be incomplete. The punt team makes its way up the line. He punts it away. The punt is caught. And he's tackled here. San Antonio gets set to start off the drive. Davis back to pass. He throws it short to the right side. And down he goes. Gain of 4 on the play. San Antonio makes their way to the line here on second down. Misdirection in the backfield. Caldwell with the tackle. Gain of 11. A fresh set of downs for San Antonio. Davis back to pass. He's got a receiver near the 30, and he's got it. And the tackle is made. That will be good enough to move the chains. Fourth play of the drive. Davis hands it off. Brought down up near the line of scrimmage. Small gain on the play. San Antonio makes their way up to the line. He drops back to pass. He makes the throw over the middle. Pass complete. Breaks the plane. Touchdown, San Antonio. The kicking team sets up for the extra point. Here's the kick. And the extra point is good. That score extends San Antonio's lead a bit more. The kicking team set up to boot it away. The kick sails deep. First and 10 for the offense. He's got a receiver near the 30. And he's tackled. Small gain on the play. Second down for the offense. Blake on the handoff. And the tackle will be made by Black. That will bring up third down. Third down. 13 yards to go. He throws it off to the right side. Track down that ball. And he's immediately brought down. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. First down and 10 to go. He drops back into the pocket. He throws one with some air under it. And he is tackled. Gain of 4 on the play. Memphis makes their way to the line here on second down. Hand off to Collins. And the tackle is made. Gain of 10 on the play. The first quarter comes to an end. San Antonio with a commanding lead so far. First down and 10 to go. Blake on the handoff, and the tackle will be made by Black. That will be a loss of 2. Second down for the offense. 12 yards to go. Blake on the handoff, and down he goes. Gain of 4 on the play. A nickel set for the defense. Blake drops back. He fakes the handoff. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. The offense is set to try a field goal. There's the kick. And the kick runs out of gas before making it in. No good. 1st and 10. He drops back. Davis tosses it up. He's tackled. Gain of 3 on the play. The offense sets up under center. They'll send a player in motion. Davis hands it off. Shakes off the first tackle. He'll be tackled near the 45. Gain of 11. 1st and 10 for the offense. The runner takes the toss to the right. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Price. That will go for about 8 yards. San Antonio makes their way up to the line. Davis hands it off. Caldwell with the tackle. That's good for about 7 yards. A fresh set of downs for San Antonio. Davis back to pass. Throws a pass. The pass is caught. And he's tackled right away. Gain of 9 on the play. 2nd down. Just 1 yard to go. He drops back. Davis makes the throw. He's put to the turf. That's good for about 7 yards. 2 receivers for the offense. He drops back to pass. Throws the ball. And he safely steps out of bounds. That gets us to 2nd down. The offense comes in on 2nd down. Motion for the offense. Davis back to pass. Makes the throw to the middle of the field. And the tackle is made. Gain of 15. 9th play of the drive. He drops back. And they are in. San Antonio touchdown. The kicking team lines up for the PAT. There's the kick. And the extra point is good. And that score extends San Antonio's lead. The offense lines up to kick it off. He sends it off. The kickoff is caught. And he's tackled here. Memphis gets set to start off the drive. He makes the short throw. And he safely steps out of bounds. That will be good for about 1. Memphis makes their way up to the line. Blake on the handoff. He's finally taken down. Gain of 19. 1st and 10 for the offense. Go. He hands it to the runner inside. Allen brings him down. They'll lose 1 on the play. A single back set for the offense. Player in motion. Blake gives it away. That's the end of that play. San Antonio calls for a timeout. That will be their first. That's good for about 7 yards. Memphis makes their way up to the line. Motion left. Blake steps back into the pocket. The pass is knocked down. Incomplete. The offense lines up to punt. He makes the punt. The punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. Setting up shop from the 20. Davis hands it off. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play. A fresh set of downs for San Antonio. Davis hands it off. Stopped before he could break free. Gain of 1 on the play. It looks like we've got a player being helped off the field. The offense comes in on second down. 3 yards to go. He makes the toss off to the left side. Wrapped up, brought down. Tackle by Carroll. Gain of 13. A fresh set of downs for San Antonio. He gives it away. And he'll be tackled near the line. San Antonio calls a timeout. They will have 1 remaining timeout. Gain of 1 on the play. Second down. Davis hands it off. Shakes off the first tackle. Wrestles him down. Caldwell with the tackle. San Antonio calls for a timeout. That will be their last timeout. That will go for about 5 yards. Looks like we've got an injured player down on the field. Third down for the offense. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. Gain of 16 on the play. First down and 10 to go. Davis back to pass. He makes the throw down near the 15. Grabs it. Wrestles him down. Caldwell with the tackle. Gain of 18 on the play. First and 10 for the offense. And he's going to stop the clock with the spike. The field goal unit makes its way up to the line. There's the kick. And it sails through. That score extends San Antonio's lead a bit more. There looks to be a player injured down on the field. He's being helped onto the sideline. Here comes the kicking team. He fields the kickoff. And the tackle is made. The second quarter comes to an end. San Antonio with a commanding lead so far. And onto the field comes the kicking team. He sends it off. The kickoff is fielded. And he's tackled. First and 10 for the offense. Blake slings it. He's put to the turf. That will bring up second down. From under center. Play action pass. The pass is caught. And down he goes. That'll go for 9 yards. First and 10 for the offense. Blake drops back. It's a sack attack. Black got him. That gets us to second down. The offense will operate from under center. Hand off to Collins. And he'll be tackled near the line. That's good for about 2. The offense has not had much luck converting on third downs today. He drops back. He tosses one. Falls in that long throw. He'll be brought down up near the 50. A nice pickup there by the offense. The offense sets up under center. Blake steps back into the pocket. Penalty marker on the field. And it's knocked away by the defense. We'll see if things still stand after the penalty. Ref is going to catch him for defensive holding, and they'll take the penalty. 1st and 10 for the offense. Steps into the pocket. He sends this one deep down the right side of the field. Big time catch. He's wrestled down to the ground around the 15. A huge gain by the offense. A fresh set of downs for Memphis. Toss to the left side. Ripped to the ground. Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down, 13 yards to go. Makes the throw at the sideline, and it's knocked away by the defense. Operating from under center. Blake steps back into the pocket. Touchdown, Memphis. They're setting up for the extra point. There's the kick. And the extra point is good. Memphis eats away at the lead a bit. The kicking team set up to boot it away. He'll boot this one deep into the end zone. The kickoff is caught. He's put to the turf. San Antonio getting set to start off this drive. Pitch to the right side. And down he goes. Small gain on the play. 2nd play of the drive. Davis hands it off. And he's brought to the turf. Gain of 9 on the play. A fresh set of downs for San Antonio. Right side handoff. Wrestles him down. Caldwell with the tackle. They'll pick up a couple yards here. San Antonio makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. QB back to pass. Makes the throw short to the sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds. They'll pick up a couple yards there. 3rd down. 13 yards to go. QB back to pass. Fakes the handoff and looks to pass. And he's hit right away and taken down. Gain of 12 on the play. 1st and 10. He gives it to the runner on the right side. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Price. That's good for 10 yards. 1st and 10. Davis hands it off. The tackle is made. That will go for about 8 yards. 2nd down for the offense. 2 yards to go. Tosses one short. And he's wrestled to the ground. That brings up 3rd down. 3rd down for the offense. Just 1 yard to go. That will wrap things up for the 3rd quarter. San Antonio with a commanding lead so far. 3rd down. Just 1 yard to go. Player in motion. Outside handoff. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Carroll. That's good for about 7 yards. 1st and 10 for the offense. QB back to pass. He sets up and throws. He pulls it in, and he'll be pulled down immediately. That's good for 10 yards. 10th play of the drive. Davis hands it off, and he'll be tackled near the line. That will be good for about 1. First and goal. QB back to pass. Davis tosses. He snags it out of the air. Touchdown! The kicking team sets up for the extra point. There's the kick. And the extra point is good. And that score extends San Antonio's lead. Lining up for the kickoff. He'll boot this one deep into the end zone. He'll field the kickoff. Ripped to the ground. Memphis getting set to start off this drive. Blake gives it away. And he's stopped up around the 20. Short gain on the play. Second down for the offense. 7 yards to go. Handoff to Collins. Stopped before he could break free. That will be good for about 1. Third play of the drive. Dropping back. He throws it off to the right. Interception. Ripped to the ground. San Antonio gets set to start off the drive. Davis hands it off. He is picked up and brought down. Gain of 10 on the play. The offense comes in on second down. Davis back to pass. He makes the throw to the middle of the end zone. And the ball is batted down. San Antonio sets up on third down. Davis back to pass. And he's tackled right away. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. A fresh set of downs for San Antonio. He makes the handoff. Touchdown! It looks like we've got a player being helped off the field. The offense sets up for the point after. The kick is up. And the extra point is good. That score extends San Antonio's lead a bit more. And onto the field comes the kicking team. The kicker sends this one deep into the end zone. Memphis gets set to start off the drive. Player in motion. He steps back to pass. Tosses one short. He is picked up and brought down. That's good for a gain of 4. From under center. Motion from the backfield. Blake pulls the trigger. Over the shoulder, he's got it. And he's stopped up around the 20. A huge gain by the offense. First and 10. Motion left. Blake steps back into the pocket. He's got a receiver in the middle of the end zone. Tipped away and incomplete. The offense sets up in shotgun. Motion for the offense. Blake steps back into the pocket. He's got a receiver on the right side of the end zone. And it's deflected down. Incomplete. Memphis sets up on third down. He tosses out a floater. Memphis busts through, and it is a touchdown. The kicking team lines up for the PAT. Here's the kick. And it's good. Memphis eats away at the lead a bit. The offense lines up to kick it off. The kick sails deep. First and 10 for the offense. Davis hands it off. He's tackled. Gain of 9 on the play. San Antonio makes their way up to the line. He'll pitch it off to the runner. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Price. That will bring up third down. The offense has executed well on third down so far today. Let's see if they continue that success. And he's stopped around the 40-yard line. They covered a lot of ground on that play. First and 10. Inside handoff. And he's brought to the turf. Timeout, Memphis. That will be their first. That gets us to second down. The offense coming in for a 2-receiver set. Inside run. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. That will be a loss of 2. The offense has executed well on third down so far today. Let's see if they continue that success. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Carroll. Timeout, Memphis. That will be their second timeout. Gain of 9 on the play. First down and 10 to go. They'll send a player in motion. Davis hands it off. He is picked up and brought down. And it's a Memphis timeout. That will be their third and final timeout. Gain of 3 on the play. The offense sets up with 2 backs. He hands it to the runner inside. And he is eventually brought down. A nice pickup there by the offense. A fresh set of downs for San Antonio. And he takes a knee. San Antonio makes their way to the line here on second down. And he takes a knee. San Antonio makes their way up to the line. That will bring things to a close. On behalf of Axis Football, this is Andy McNamara saying goodbye for now.